Gold and silver, two of the oldest, most trusted forms of money. But in today's world, they've become more than just precious metals. They're a lifeline in uncertain times. And guess what? The world's biggest players, those with billions, even trillions at their disposal, are making a huge, undeniable move. They're demanding physical gold and silver like never before. Why? Well, stick around, because what's happening right now is something you need to know about. And trust me, you won't want to miss what's coming next. Before we dive in, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss out on the latest insights from the Silver Market Insider. Let's get into it. The world is changing, and so are the rules of the financial game. For decades, we've seen the dominance of the US dollar. It was the cornerstone of global trade, the reserve currency, the symbol of economic power. But what happens when that foundation starts to crack? That's where gold and silver come into play. When major financial players, central banks, sovereign nations, hedge funds, and ultra-high net worth individuals start scrambling for these metals, you have to wonder, why now? Why are they pulling away from the traditional investment vehicles and shifting so aggressively towards physical gold and silver? Let's take a look at the bigger picture. Central banks have been quietly buying up gold at a record pace. In 2022 alone, they added more than 1,100 tons of gold to their reserves. An unprecedented move that signals a clear shift in strategy. But what's really telling is the fact that this gold isn't just paper claims or ETFs. They want the real thing, the physical metal in their vaults under their control. Why? Because unlike paper currencies or digital assets, gold and silver have stood the test of time. They're not subject to the whims of central banks or government policies. When the global economy is facing uncertainty, physical gold and silver become the ultimate hedge against financial collapse. And it's not just central banks. Look at what's happening with the biggest names in finance. The likes of Ray Dalio's Bridgewater Associates, Paul Tudor Jones, and even Warren Buffett's Berkshire Hathaway have been shifting parts of their portfolios into precious metals. These aren't just minor moves, these are giant bets on the future of money. And they're betting that physical gold and silver will protect their wealth when the storm hits. So, what's driving this demand? It's a combination of factors. Let's break it down. First, we have inflation. We've all seen the rising cost of goods, the higher prices at the gas pump, and the grocery store. But inflation isn't just a temporary blip. It's a structural issue. The money supply has been ballooning for years, and with it, the purchasing power of your dollar is shrinking. In times of inflation, people look for a safe haven. Historically, gold and silver have been that safe haven, maintaining their value while fiat currencies lose theirs. The fact that central banks are hoarding these metals isn't a coincidence. It is a hedge against the erosion of paper money. Next, we have the geopolitical uncertainty. With rising tensions around the world, from Russia's invasion of Ukraine to the shifting power dynamics in the East, many are starting to question the stability of the global financial system. Could we see a breakdown in the system that relies so heavily on the dollar? Could we see nations start to abandon the dollar as the global reserve currency? It's not as far-fetched as it sounds. And in that scenario, gold and silver could become the new benchmark for global trade. But there's something even deeper at play here, something that's a little less obvious. The truth is, there's a growing distrust in the financial system. Central banks have been printing money at an alarming rate, leading to concerns about the devaluation of the dollar. The banking system has become more fragile, with bank runs, bailouts, and potential systemic collapse always looming on the horizon. For the wealthy elite, gold and silver offer a way to escape the volatility of the paper financial system. But it's not just about protection. There's opportunity here too. With the world turning to gold and silver as safe havens, those who hold these metals now stand to benefit when prices inevitably rise. In times of financial uncertainty, the demand for these physical assets will only increase, and their value could skyrocket. For big money players, it is not just about survival. It is about capitalizing on the next big wave of wealth creation. Now, let's talk about the supply side. Gold and silver aren't easy to come by. Mining output has been slowing for years, and there are only so many ounces of gold and silver in the world. The demand for physical gold and silver is outpacing supply, which is driving prices up. This isn't just a temporary spike, it as a long-term trend that's only going to accelerate as the demand continues to grow. The reality is that the precious metals market is tightening, and this could lead to a serious supply-demand imbalance. What happens when the biggest buyers, central banks, nations, and wealthy investors, are all trying to get their hands on the same limited supply of gold and silver? Well, it could lead to skyrocketing prices. Call to action. But enough of the technical talk. What does this mean for you? Well, if you were looking to protect your wealth or even position yourself for the next big financial shift, now might be the time to start paying attention to gold and silver. Don't wait until it's too late, and don't forget, if you found this information valuable, make sure to drop a comment below and share this video with friends and family who need to know what's really going on in the markets. Your engagement helps others get the information they need, and it helps this channel grow. So, if you haven't already, hit that like button, subscribe to the Silver Market Insider, and stay ahead of the curve. This is just the beginning, and you'll want to stay informed as the world's biggest money continues to make its move into gold and silver.